We're back in Doncaster at Doorway to Darkness 3.0. We were here a few months ago and we took home Earthbound, but today it is a much cheaper and lighter trip. It would have been rude not to do the customary whip around, and I will say this, you guys need to definitely pay a visit to this place. I will link them in the description. This store was absolutely packed to the rafters, but that seems to have been a Doorway to Darkness trademark ever since I've been going to their first shop back in Conisbrough. James and the family have always done a really good job at giving you the most prime cuts of retro games and consoles. Now enjoy this episode, guys. Get cozy because you are in for a ride. We are back here at Doorway to Darkness, one of the best shops in the UK. We're going to do the whip around, and we've already come in here for one game that I deliberately missed out on last time because we picked up Earthbound. I've already seen that it's in, and the good news is today we've bought some trades. So I'm going to show you guys what we're trading when James is not busy with other customers. But yeah, we're going to need to have a look around, and there's already so much more stuff in. Heather's here as well. She's taking a look at the big box Amiga games. There's so much to see, so much to do. Let's get on it. And now a word from our amazing sponsor, Bitmap Books. Get yourself 5% off using this code. Check it out. 50 indie games that changed the world is the ultimate celebration of what it takes to get a video game made outside of the typical AAA studio system. 50 indie games that changed the world is packed with over 450 pages with some exclusive interviews from some of the leading developers from the indie world. And as with all Bitmap books, you can expect high quality shipping and binding, helping deliver your books to your door safe and secure. So why not grab yourselves a copy over at bitmapbooks.com.
You don't get things like that anymore. Like, you used to get them in like the PlayStation magazines.
Yeah, and that's actually a really nice one. I think, you know, Lara Croft, it's pretty gnarly. That looks really good. Whoever stuck them on has done a damn fine job. I don't know if it adds value or devalues it though. I'm not quite sure how I feel about it. What do you guys think to stickers on consoles, as you've just seen there? Let us know in the comment section. Not really for me, but I know back in the day people went nuts for it. Let us know. We did have a quick breeze around this section last time we came down, figures and whatnot. I didn't really stop to have much luck, like much of a look rather, because figures just aren't really my thing. But this intrigues me. Chunk and Sloth, Goonies, 150 quid. I didn't even know they did an action figure set with the infamous. Everybody remembers that scene in Goonies. You seen this, Hev? Look at the little figure where they break off his.
Looks like you.
It is me. That is me. Right there. So these figures here, remember these holograms, these weird holograms? I'm pretty sure they're from He-Man. I don't know if you remember these, Hev, like these, the weird holograms. I'm sure they're from He-Man.
Oh,
do you remember them? Yeah,
I remember them.
Right, we found some random Lara Croft art. Is there anything on the back? Is it just some like local? Yeah, that's cool. Always up for local randomness. That's really good. Whoever's done that, I'd love to know who's done that. There's a signature on the bottom there. That's James, but that's really cool. Okay, so we've got some lush special editions on top. Far Cry 5, I'm getting rid of that. Rage 2, sold my collector's edition recently. What else we got? Oh, Hevsky, a bit of Hitman. Oh, here we go. Don't let it fall. Do you want me to get it down?
No.
Deus Ex. I know you like your Deus Ex as well.
Brilliant game.
Hands up in the chat. Favourite Deus Ex game, let us know. I've just clocked a really nice PlayStation 2 variants. I think these were Japan only, and there's a range of them in a range of different colours. This is blue. This is 299 quid. Check this out. At first glance, I thought it said £299. It is £2,999 in the automotive edition. There are a range of these in different colours. That is gorgeous. I love seeing that out on hunts. stuff you don't normally see. That is beautiful. That was not in here last time we came in. That is gorgeous. Japanese section in here. We'll have a good sift through. Not so much for the Japanese stuff, but more along the NTSC, US, Super Nintendo games. They got Final Fight in. I don't think that was in last time. I'm gonna have a good sift through that, but the game I really want, I'm kind of holding you on tenterhooks. I'm holding you on tenterhooks because that is out the front in the PS1 cabinet. There we go, we'll drop a little hint. But I want to take a look through this. Quite a healthy selection really. Wild Guns, strictly limited release of Wild Guns. Let's check it out. Right. So, probably going to ask James to open this. I would like to have a look at the Zombies Ate My Neighbours there. Obviously here in the UK, in PAL English regions, it's just zombies. So I'd like to have a look at that. And I'd like to have a look at that Wild Guns. So I'll go and see if James is free and we'll have a butchers. Guys, we are in. A little bit of Zombies Ate My Neighbours here. Box isn't in that great of a condition. But another one I wanted to check out was this. Bit Wild Guns, strictly limited release actually. That's nice. You always get the random postcards. So strictly limited, a little bit like limited run, just not big. Just in case you're wondering, I've had a few bits from them over the years. This also caught my eye. Look at that, super punch out. Complete good to fair condition. I really like that on the stickers that it gives you the condition. There's loads of stuff at the back. Power moves, random ones you don't see. Now I'm a sucker for random ones. Again, I'll say there's two reasons I like to play retro. One for nostalgia and one to experience new games. Box is pretty battered though. Grips a little Pac-Man 2 here, the New Adventures. Classic. That looks nice. Let's take a look at that. Good to fair, complete, NTSC boxed, OBS. We'll put that to one side. And we will continue this gorgeous retro game hunt. Here we are guys, we're gonna have a blast. 1980s Donkey Kong cab, the lights are out, nobody's in, so exclusive access. James, how long's this been in?
Just over a week.
Just over a week. Was it a walk-in or a drop-off or was it a go and fetcher?
Go and fetch her.
A go and fetcher.
Yeah.
Look at this little perler. She's in great condition as well.
It's what you say.
Really great condition. I'm not very good on it though.
Okay.
Are you?
First level.
No, it's solid. Yeah, solid. Oh, mate. Dead as. Like halfway through the first level, dead.
That's
How high can you get? 25 metres. 25 metres, you want a Bashev? Wasted. It is difficult. You forget. So this is Japanese only, yeah? Is this Japanese?
I
think it is.
Because people, I'll get it out.
Let's have a look. So 474 out of 1,000 ever produced. Incredible. Let's take a look at that. Right, guys, so this is what we're trading. I featured these in a previous episode. So when James originally came around to my house many years ago, he actually wanted this. And here it is. And then we've got the Super Smash Bros. Wii U as well in white. So these are getting traded. We've got a little pile, but we've also got a nice rare. There we go. We'll bang it on here. Oh, we've got gloves as well. Okay, I'm intrigued. Let's have a look. Right, okay. We're gloving up. So this is
interpreted so many bad ways.
Well, it could be like, you know. So.
Just going out on Rob.
Right, let's go. Let's run.
In that thing in Paris where they've just gone down that escalator. Have you seen it? Yeah.
Yes.
Honestly, it weren't me. Yeah.
Even this is like, you know, it just seems like prime paper, prime card. It's like a bit. Let's feel it. Oh, that is quite weighty, isn't it?
Yeah. But the gloves obviously so they don't mark and rub.
Yeah. Do you know what it's made out of? So I actually didn't. Can we? Oh my goodness gracious, that is beautiful.
That's it.
Okay, we'll get some B-roll so people can see up close.
Might have to.
I'll let you, music maestro, go for it. So there's 1,000 of these produced. Oh, wow.
Each one's handmade as well.
Handmade?
Even like feel what? You have to take your glove off for that, like.
Oh, wow.
You know, you
Like
can feel the
embossed,
quality.
It's brilliant, that is. You can kind of hear it in the game as well. It like, really pulls your imagination.
Message me, like, and then fish up like, wow.
Yeah.
You know, you can understand
Yeah.
the quality of it, can't you?
So we've got some OG Nintendo posters here. These like
From
Mario
magazines.
Party from the old mag. Oh, the vibrancy and the
Orange
colour
should be
there.
full-size.
There we go. Is that Bravely Default? A little bit of Link Between Worlds. I actually love artwork. Some classic Mario Kart 8.
What's on that?
Buttes. Oh, a bit of Zelda as well. Just the vibrancy. I see Super Mario Galaxy. Oh, that's cool. Bit of Wind Waker. These are things you used to get in games as well that I really miss from like the physical media point of view.
So I think they're all.
Shout out to Hev, sorting right out, isn't she?
Magazines.
Super Mario Galaxy. Ocarina of Time 3D. I was so happy when Ocarina of Time 3D came out.
What
else
they
we got?
on the other side.
Wow.
Everybody laughed at me for it.
That's lovely artwork though.
Isn't
That's
it?
just something about it that's
Like
really
Sherlock Holmes
soothing.
style,
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah. I'm liking that one. Check it out. I mean, it's like, I wish I had more space for posters and art, honestly. That's cool.
There's loads.
There's loads, yeah. Don't worry about
mean-
getting them all down. Yeah, but it's really cool. It's a 3D world there. Brilliant. PlayStation one. Is that like an old calendar? 2014. Oh, it's not PlayStation. It's all Nintendo branded. Nice. So when I first came into Doorway, I think I came down here first because we've got some lovely box stuff in, all the way down, unboxed box, N64, Super Nintendo. But the game that I really wanted to kind of come in for is Tombi. Can I have a look at Tombi, please, James? PS1. That was the game I didn't pick up last time because we picked up Earthbound and I just couldn't justify more money on top of that. But we'll take a look. Oh, we've got 2 copies.
I think there's 3.
3 copies of Tombi. What are the differences? Here we go. Let's check it out.
I know the one.
Here we go. So one without the cover, Tombi, which I actually didn't see, and then one with, of course, Tombi. Beautiful box art. Got Tombi 2 in CX a few months back. I'm going to go with the one without cover then.
Quite a big difference, isn't it?
Quite a big difference, because that is, guys, that is the game I came in for. So, yeah, we'll go with that. Manual's the main thing for me, so it's got manual. It is all good. Little snare there, but that's cool. Sound?
Still good sight.
It's still beautiful. Right next to Tombi 2 on the shelf. Lovely jubbly sound. So we'll put that one back then. Thank you very much, good sir. Cheers. So we just found this steel book. We believe it was a part of a pre-order, James, the 20th anniversary. Yeah, that's nice. I never even knew it existed. Never even knew it existed. But that's the beauty of coming on these hunts, because I love finding stuff like that. Right, we've just found a lovely game. Lion and the King.
Yeah, we were talking about the Lion King, weren't we? But there's only one thing worse than that, and it's Lion and the King.
Now, what's the protagonist's name, Hev?
Robin is the son of the great king of the lions. I'm gripping it.
Right, so recently someone asked for more Sega Saturn. Straight in, I actually walked past this earlier, and Mighty Hills. That looks intriguing. And for me, because I find Sega Saturn games to be the same Sega Saturn games that I find all the time, it's really, really, really refreshing to see other games that you don't normally see. And that's definitely one of them. NHL Power Play, don't see that often. Another copy of Mighty Hills there as well. So if you want an obscure title on your Saturn, you come down here to Doorway and grip one. Anything else obscure? Let's have a look. Doesn't look like it off the bat. Baller title. I think I've got that. Pretty certain I have got that. Think I have. What else we got? This is a great game. I'm gonna lie, I'm pretty sure it's out on PS1 as well. Nothing comes close to Cool Borders though, or your SSX on the PlayStation 2. But I will say this is a terrible game. I remember picking this up at Manchester Gaming Market years and years and years ago for about 10 quid, and that just shows how much it shot up in price. But that's fine. Virtual Open Tennis, 28 quid, no manual. Don't see that often. What else we got in the back? Nothing really that I can see that tickles my fancy. But it's nice to see quite a thriving selection of the Saturn games here in Doorway, and on the top, plenty of Daytona. Defcon 5, you don't see that often. That's in really nice condition. New sealed. Okay, is that brand new? Never heard of it. This bad boy, unfortunately, never lived up to the glory of Die Hard trilogy. Don't own it. Terrible game, but terrible games tend to hold the price. This is $89.99. So, got lots of Game Gear again. Don't show it, don't see it that often, but this is quite fancy. I think this was over there last time, down there. A really nice way to just plough through it. Super Chase HQ, just seen that on Super Nintendo, and some Virtual Boy stuff. It's quite clever, really. It's clever, isn't it? Like using that, just like, yeah, it's really good. Very clever.
Need it to slow down.
Yeah, slow down. Links. Yeah, it's good. I like the versatility in Doorway. You just see so much stuff. Pocket, oh, go on. Neo Geo Pocket. Check this, an original bag. 95 quid, an OG trading card bag. That is mint. A couple of original posters here as well. It's just having that wall space in it, guys. Just having that wall space, but that's really nice. I love that.
I need a few seconds of your time to tell you about channel memberships. If you guys want to become a channel member, click join from the main page or the second link in the description. There are 3 tiers, all with different perks for you if you want to become a team member. Thanks for your time. Let's continue with the video.
What an absolute pleasure to be back at Doorway to Darkness. The shop has come so far, and every time I go in, I just feel like there's so much more stuff in. Like, for example, with the Final Fantasy music box, something you do not see that often. The PS2 Automotive Edition that I stupidly thought was $2.99. It was actually $2.999. You don't see that kind of stuff that often. And for me, the fun of retro game hunting, the passion of retro game hunting lies within items like that. So it really is a pleasure to see and to be able to take you guys with me and hopefully get you guys in. And shout out to Habib and his son who came in at the end. I wasn't filming. They said that they came to Doorway after seeing my videos, and I think that's great because it means we're getting people in to perpetuate the community and to keep the shops alive. So shout out to you and your son. It was great to see you, great to meet you, and I hope you had an awesome time and you got some cool stuff. And speaking of cool stuff, I've got some really nice bits here. James decided not to take the N64 because there was some slight discoloration on the console itself, which shows how passionate James is about getting quality stock in. So I'm probably just going to sell that on my Discord actually. You know, if you want it, we can kind of come to some kind of arrangement for a public meetup if you want to buy my Pikachu Nintendo 64, link to Discord in the description. So I'm going to show you guys what I picked up. Get cozy, maybe even pause the video, grab yourselves a brew, come back and sit with me and let's have a chat. 360 game first, finally got a CIB Test Drive Unlimited with the map. Now, of course, Heather spoke about this in one of our recent episodes when we did a £10 game challenge at CEX. We had £10 each and we were to buy the best games we could buy for that price, and it was a standoff between who won. Now, she pipped me to the post with her copy of Test Drive Unlimited, which I've never played, but being a huge fan of the Forza series and just listening to her experience of this and reading your comments about your experiences, you all persuaded me to get this. So I'm really, really glad that Heather reminded me that I actually needed to pick this up. In fact, I have a Star Wars 360 that I want to set up. In fact, either that or my Resident Evil 5 360 that I want to set up here. And I will be bashing the heck out of this. I'm really excited to play this, and we managed to pick up the second one in an episode we did in Liverpool last week, so really happy with that. Love my racers. 360 again is a great console. That whole generation with the PS3 360 were excellent. I think the PS3 was beaten to the post by the 360 though. I loved the Xbox 360, so really, really happy to find this at Doorway to Dorkness. So the game we went in for then, Tombi, going nicely with my copy of Tombi 2. Now, what was interesting to me, as you saw, were the two copies. Yes, this is missing the front cover, but we do of course have the manual, and there was a huge price difference, which goes to show the price bump that the physical media adds to a game. So I decided to go with the cheaper option at £104.99, I believe, and I'm absolutely cool with that. And I've wanted it for such a long time that I thought, you know what, this is what I came in for. We've achieved the goal, we've got it locked in, and I'm really stoked to have this. So what I love about this game, it actually reminds me, the vibrancy reminds me very much of Rayman in its beautiful colour palette, its platform adventure elements. And there's a little bit of kind of moments in this where it almost seems 3D, where the camera's panning a little bit, and it's got a great fore, mid and background in some of the levels as well. I think this game really did push the kind of capabilities and imagination with the 2D platforming kind of games. I actually prefer this one over the second, weirdly. I do believe that this is the more popular one amongst the fan favourites out there. So I've wanted it for ages, and I was scouring the markets on my retro game hunts, and you've never been able to find it at the right price. So when James said, like, I've got 3 copies of this in, I was like, okay, so we have a bit of wriggle room here. I didn't ask for any discounts. I never expect that in the slightest. In fact, I've been in some shops, Retro Vault actually, and I actually, just to sidestepping on a story here, they had a copy of Secret of Mana in for 80 on NTSC CIB, and I told them it was too cheap, and I paid them 100 for it. So I'm never asking for discounts, but it was nice to have the option of buying a cheaper copy. I think that, you know, in big shops like Doorway, you've got that ability to just kind of have cheaper copies if things aren't in good a condition, etc. So this is really actually in great condition for what it is, and it's a great game, and I'd highly recommend it. And I'd like to know if you think I got a good deal at £104.99 on this bad boy. So excited to play this. This one will be played on my Sony PlayStation 2/PlayStation 1, Sony Bravia TV built-in one combi. So really, really happy. Finally got the duo of Tombi and Tombi 2. Next up then, NTSC. We had the NTSC and NTSC Japanese in the corner, in the kind of the back end of the shop there. Picked up Samurai Showdown, of course, the Neo Geo port across to the Super Nintendo. Now, this is a terrible port. The sound isn't that great, but it's a classic game. It really is a beautiful game, and it's a bit slow and blocky, even, you know, to play, but I really, really wanted it. I think for me, it's just one of the, like I said, classic games. And I love a fighting game, absolutely love it. And of course the Super Nintendo, as with the Sega Mega Drive era, were completely eclipsed by Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter. So, you know, the kind of like lesser known fighters, especially not so much on Neo Geo, because this absolutely helped crown the Neo Geo. But you don't see it that often. And of course, we're boasting full colour manual with the characters in, you know, again, just kind of leafing back through manuals in the back of the car, you know, on the ride home from like Toys R Us. We did that with Sonic 1, actually. I remember my stepsister got Sonic 1 on the Sega Mega Drive for Christmas one year. And that's what we did. We sat in the back of my dad's, probably would have been a Ford Cortina at that stage, I think, in my dad's life. Christmas 91? Christmas 91, because that was the last Christmas we spent in that particular house in my mind. My stepsister got Sonic, and it was very much about manuals. So picked up Samurai Showdown. Yes, it's NTSC. In fact, posted on TikTok about the NTSC selection in there, and a lot of you guys said you preferred PAL. So that's absolutely cool. And if you want to follow me on TikTok, the link is in the description. I'm going to be very active on TikTok, and very active, showing lots of Super Nintendo stuff if that's your jam. Let me know what you think of Samurai Showdown. Another NTSC random one now, Pac-Man 2, The New Adventures. Now I'd like to think we've all grown up on Pac-Man. We've all had a bit of an experience of Pac-Man. Even if you don't class yourself as a gamer, Pac-Man is one of those iconic games, IPs, symbols almost of our gaming culture. But this is nothing like that. This is not the Pac-Man we know. This is an adventure game. And again, it's a little bit kind of rough around the edges, but what drew me to this, because I played it on the Sega Genesis, because I've actually got it on the Sega Genesis, is just how vibrant it is and how odd it is to find on the Super Nintendo. Now, I've always been a bit of a fan of the box art, and the beauty of this as well is it actually says on the back we've got 3 games in one. So obviously you can play the bonus gameplay, step into the Pac City arcade and play the original Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man in its entirety. So when I was cashing out, James was like, this is really cool, isn't it? And I'm thinking, yeah, it is. And it is a bit weird and wonderful, and I love the kind of weird and wonderful of the gaming community. It's probably a little bit of a something like a draw for me. The more weird and wonderful something is, the more kind of attracted I am to it in terms of gaming. So really happy to pick this up on the Super Nintendo. This is complete. It says good but fair, but the condition is absolutely quality. So very happy to have this one. And if you've played it, again, sharing memories here. My kind of goal with these videos is to share memories and, you know, give you ideas on what to buy. So if there's anything you've ever bought off the back of my videos, let us know. It just makes me happy knowing that we can all perpetuate this community together. So a bit of an intriguing one here with Pac-Man 2, The New Adventures. Now this is a really intriguing game. This is Pork Parker's Crunch Out, an indie games from Devolver, and Devolver decided to contribute all their profits towards this game to a mental health charity called Take This. Now the game itself is kind of aimed to raise awareness on the culture of video game crunchers. So more often than not, you hear stories of developers who have been under that hardcore 18-hour-a-day crunch, working around the clock to try and get games out for deadlines, to appease stocks and shareholders, you know, that kind of culture that can be absolutely brutal. And it does take its toll on mental health. And I think that it's amazing that, you know, a game like this was sold, I think it was via Mega Cat Studios, which you can still buy. You can still buy it. Go and support them. And all the profits were donated. How cool is that? And the game itself is aimed at, like I said, to raise awareness of that. So you actually play as Pork Parker, and he's this kind of like conglomerate guy who's just, you know, making his game developers work to their hardest of abilities by providing caffeine and food. And it's quite a brutal game in many ways, and with a very clear message. But again, I think it's all for a good cause. So what I'm actually going to do is I will put a direct link to this game, so you can buy direct from the developers, I think it's the publisher's website, in the description. If you want to support that plight, go and get yourself a copy of this. The gameplay itself takes the form of kind of top down. You can, you know, the graphics on this are absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And just be mindful as well, it's NTSC only. So you do need an NTSC Super Nintendo or one of the I've got the name of the, you know, the peripheral that enables you to play NTSC cartridges on your PAL Super Nintendo. So just be mindful of that, but you might just want to kind of buy it just to support the charity itself. So really cool. I got it for $29.99, obviously secondhand, and I've obviously done a lot of research on this since buying it, and that's what I've kind of come up with. So in the description, if you do anything in this video, you don't need to subscribe or anything like that if you don't want to. Buy a copy of this game because it sounds like it's for a good cause. So a lovely little retro game hunt locked in for you. We've learnt a little bit about the games that I've picked up, and of course you have 5% off using the Bitmap Books code. Again, linked in the pinned comments and linked in the description. Please hype this video, like this video, and if you want to subscribe, that's cool. And if not, I won't see you in the next one. But if you are subscribed, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.